Before this video starts, I have to give a big thank you to the people who helped me make the video that I made a couple days ago. I did thank them in the description and in the video itself, but honestly in the video I was tired and didn't give enough thanks for what they did. The main people who helped me were the people at Seals and a couple of my friends that I shared the video with. Without them, the video's quality wouldn't have been as good as it was. I also got feedback and criticism from it as well, and I will be applying it to this video and future videos to come. I genuinely see making content and editing as a passion of mine, and this journey I'll be partaking in looks like it's gonna have a wild ride as I master and fine-tune my editing skills. Until next time, friends, stay safe. In the early and late 2000s, Flash games were seen as a new way to make and experience games created by people who were most likely living in their mom's basement. As a result, Flash games became a trend among young teenagers and school students who didn't have the money to buy games. I say this because Flash games had less quality than any game made by companies like Sega or Nintendo. I say those names because those companies mainly made games that have fan bases that wanted to create their own unique Flash games. I'm sure there are people who make Flash games for other games, but from my experience, that's how it was. Not all of them are copycat games though. There are tons of original Flash games that we will be looking at, but first, let's get all of the fan Flash games out of the way. Ultimate Sonic Flash. It's a game similar in nature of Sonic Advance, the GBA, but with a new take to it. It features a wide variety of characters and similar stages to its inspiration. I say inspiration because this game literally copied the exact same assets of Sonic Advance, making it pretty shallow in its quality. But listen, that didn't stop little 6-year-old Spotsy from playing it. My young self saw it as a free way to play Sonic Advance for basically free without needing to emulate the real game. And it basically was. Is what I would say if it wasn't the clunkiest Sonic game I have ever played, putting Sonic 06 to shame. Nah, that game is still worse. But still, this game is pretty glitchy, making it pretty unplayable at certain points. It's a rough game to come back to, and if you were young and played this, you probably didn't even notice it was this glitchy. But seriously, the game is just not worth your time. It's too glitchy to even be called a game. It's embarrassing, to be honest. If I gave this game a scale from 1 to 10, it would be a hard 2. Quick little editor's note here. While I was looking for some footage for this game, I stumbled upon a video called Ultimate Sonic Flash Glitches, which is about 8 minutes long, and it talks about glitches you can do in Ultimate Sonic Flash. 8 minutes about one Flash game with glitches in it. I'll make sure to link it in the description, but Jesus, this game is clunky. Super Mario 63. This is one of the 2 Mario games that are on this list. The next one we'll be talking about in a bit, but for now, Super Mario 63 is a Mario game in 2D that I think has a story. I didn't play through much of it to see any of it, so you're gonna have to see for yourself. This game, from what I've played and from what I've heard, has a lot more content than Ultimate Sonic Flash, which, looking at it now, is actually called Ultimate Flash Sonic. Weird name, but whatever. From the start, we got a couple options. We have play, extras that I didn't click on, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it that they're just things you unlock for playing the game. And then we have options. Let's see here. We got mute music. Okay, give me the music if you want. It's natural. Wait, what? Quality? Computer speed? What is this, a Steam game or a fucking Flash game that I found? There are also save files you can use, but I doubt this website is gonna save my progress. Got through the opening cutscene and what the fuck are these frames? Jesus Christ, not even CSGO drops this bad. I have yet to figure out why the game lags like this. Even after reducing the game's settings, it only increased FPS by a bit, and it was so annoying that after I fell right here, I just decided to stop and use some footage I found online. Link to their channels and videos in the description, by the way. But with all that aside, honestly, this game is alright for Flash game standards. If you're looking for something, magnificent or, this hidden gem online, then you've come to the wrong place. This game isn't a hidden gem or anything. It probably has its clunk, but from what I've seen, the game is alright. If you're bored, you can go ahead and give it a try. But don't expect too much from it. It's a Flash game after all, so clunk will be here and there. Out of a scale from 1 to 10, I'll give this game a 6. And the last fan Flash game we will be talking about is Mario Combat. Unfortunately, the footage I got for this game was actually corrupted, so I'm gonna have to apologize and say that I'm gonna have to use someone else's footage again. I hate to use someone else's footage 3 times in a row, but honestly, I just couldn't be bothered. I spent 10 minutes getting that footage and I didn't want to get it again. Hopefully you can understand, but don't worry, that doesn't mean I'm not going to credit them. They'll be in the description and on the video. We started up the game and wow, that was an edgy ass title. And what do we have here? An actual story? Let's give it a read. Let's see here. You're Super Mario. What does the mean? It means you've got to go and kick Bowser's ass. And that's exactly what you're going to do. Well, it's not really a story, but okay. Mario Combat is unironically one of the more fun Flash games I've played in a while. And that's saying something, because there are a bunch of fun Flash games out there. It's got simple controls and is straight to the point. Kick some Koopa ass. I say Koopa because the only enemies in this game are the Koopas and Bowser, so yeah. But honestly, I got nothing more to say about this Flash game other than give it a try. It's pretty short and the combos you can do are pretty satisfying. I would show some clips that I got, but as I said, unfortunately the footage corrupted, so gonna have to apologize on that one, Chief. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this game an 8. Would play again. And with that, that's all the fan Flash games we have. Honestly, I would say more about these games, but I've played and seen so much of them that I'd basically be going on a rant. So if you guys want, I can save it for another video. But for now, let's move on to the more original fan games. Now, before we get into the original fan games, let's take a quick break and transition into the history of me and fan games. So, if you know me, you know I love Sonic, and you know I love Sonic Rush. It was one of my first Sonic games, and it was my first game of all time, so naturally I just started loving the series. But I got jealous of everyone playing their Sonic generations, Sonic Colors and Sonic Unleashed, that I wanted to find a solution to play some more games. And that's when I was met with the glory of Flash games. Cool math games, armor games, Newgrounds, you name it. I was on there playing some good old Flash games. So, without hesitation, let me give you a deep dive into my childhood and show you what was so good about Flash games to begin with. Ah yes, Run, a classic. But I only played Run 1, so that's the one I'm going to be talking about. The other two, I'm not so sure about, so give me the benefit of the doubt for this one. Run is a game about an alien running through a 3-dimensional area while avoiding holes. It's pretty simple, and well, it's also pretty fun. Unfortunately, this game only had around 25 levels. I mean, the game was simple enough, so there was not much you could milk from it. But you could find this game on cool math games, so it's an alright experience nonetheless. So if you want to give it a try, just go on cool math games and you'll find it. Honestly, if I have to give this game a rating, it's gonna have to be 8. Like Mario Combat, it's pretty short, so you're not gonna get much from it. It's still fun and it's revisitable if you've played it from your past, but honestly, if you've played this already, then you're not gonna need to see this game again. The next game I'm gonna be talking about has like 4 games, so we're gonna have to do a lightning round on this one. Okay, here we go. The Vex series is a series of games that are meant to be hard and challenging to the player and also unforgiving. Instead of stages or levels, they are actually acts, and they have different levels inside of them. There are a bunch of different moves you can do. There's jump, you can move, you can wall jump, you can wall climb, and in later games you can slide. Each game is relatively the same, but they all have their own unique features and mechanics that they introduce into each of them. Vex 1 will be the stepping stool for the series. As it's the first one, it didn't have as much features or mechanics as the later games, but overall it was a fun experience to play. Vex 2 was relatively the same game, but also introducing new mechanics, such as the anti-gravity. Vex 3 gave the player a bit more movement, allowing them to slide and kick traps. Vex 4, from what I've played, is relatively the same game as the other games, but featuring new obstacles and new animations. Out of all of the Vex games, Vex 4 had to be the hardest. From what I've played and what I've seen, it's pretty challenging. Overall, I give the Vex series a 9 out of 10. There's a bunch of content that I haven't played, but that doesn't make it a bad game. I only played the first 2 acts because I felt like I needed to get this video out before 2040. And you could argue that I could have done that with Run, and also made that a lightning round, and done 1, 2, and 3. To that I say, fuck you. Fantastic. We only have a couple flash games left after that quick lightning round, so let's get them out of the way, shall we? You getting tired of the montages at the start of every single one of these? 'Cause I'm sure not. The world's hardest game. A bold title for a flash game, but we'll see if it can hold up. The world's hardest game is a simple game, just like every other game that's on here for some reason. If you played Vex for casual difficulty, then you played this game because you hated yourself. Now get this, you play as a red square, dodging blue circles, collecting yellow circles, while also going for the goal, which is the green area. It's pretty color racist, I know, but that's not the point. The point is, for as simple this game was mad popular back in the day. Popular YouTubers were on this as soon as it came out, and it was popular because of it. As long as the game was hard so you could get reactions out of yourself, it was short, and it was popular, then people were eating it up like crazy. And rightfully so. I remember back in the day when I was playing this game and my sibling came to help me, and then he couldn't beat it, and then my cousin came, and then he couldn't beat it, so we all merged together as a team to beat it eventually, with no real prize. Honestly, it was really disappointing. But all backstories out of the way, the world's hardest game is pretty fun. Just note that it's pretty difficult. Even at today's standards, this game isn't the easiest thing in the world. It's not a Dark Souls, but you're definitely gonna have a bit of a hard time if you don't know what you're doing. If you thought Vex was too easy, then give this a try. It might give you the challenge that you want. Out of a scale from 1 to 10, I give it an 8. It's hard, challenging, and it's short. So, it's alright. You can give it a try if you want, if you haven't played it before. If you played this already, then there's no real fun factor in playing it again. Duck fucking life. Not gonna lie to you, I didn't play much of this as a kid, so my opinions could be pretty sour because I honestly didn't want to play this because I'm not too fond of virtual pet games, but it's alright. Like I said earlier, Duck Life is a virtual pet game. If you don't know what a virtual pet game is, they're basically games that have you keep a pet inside of your device and take care of it over time. An example of this would be the ever so famous Tamagotchi. Why were these games so popular? I don't know. I never really liked them or played them. I just never see it as something that I could use my time on. The only reason I can come up with is that people were lonely, but honestly that doesn't even sound like a sound reason. You can tell that I'm sarcastic right now, right? I don't want to stay on Duck Life too long, so let's do this pretty quickly. It's not gonna be a lightning round, but we're just gonna go through as much as we can in a short amount of time. Most of the games on this list didn't even have a story. They were just straightforward, simple games. I mean, Mario Kombat did have a story, but it wasn't a story, alright? It was literally just telling us to play the game. The story is as follows. A farm was destroyed, a duckling egg survived, you gotta train it into a racing duck to get money to rebuild the farm. It's pretty simple and straightforward, like any other Flash game. Jesus, this is such a big thing! After the story concludes, we are basically booted into the game. All we have left to do now is play the game. There are mini games, there's settings, there's shop and stats. We don't really care about that though. Let's just look at the mini games and conclude this. First off, we have the flying mini game. It's a pretty straightforward mini game. Drag your mouse up and down and your bird goes in the direction of your mouse. As soon as you run out of stamina, the minigame will end. That's basically it. Collecting the yellow pellets will help your bird level up. This is basically set for every minigame. There will always be something to do, and the objective is to get as many yellow pellets as you can to level up your bird more. And that's really it. Time for the main part of this game, the Racing Central. I did not get too far in this game mode as I wanted this video to come out sometime this year, but honestly, I can understand the gimmick of the mode. Basically, the more you upgrade your bird, the faster it becomes and the more stamina it gains for it to win races. That's basically what I'm getting from what the game told me and from what I'm assuming. I could be totally wrong about this, but if I'm right then that's great, but honestly, I've never played this game before, so it was a brand new experience for me to watch and play. When I scale this is going to be pretty biased, as I don't really play, virtual pet games. I don't really see much interest in them, so honestly I have to give this game a 5. But if you're into virtual pets, then I guess it's a 6, because it's pretty alright for what it is. So if you want, go ahead and give it a try. But if it doesn't last you that long, don't be too mad. It's a Flash game. Well, without making this video 10 hours long, I made a video about all the Flash games that I played when I was a kid. But don't think that's the end of the video just yet. I still have 2 more games to talk about. 2 Flash games that were so good that they became their own separate games. The 2 games I'm talking about is Castle Crashers and Realm of the Mad God. We already know about Castle Crashers. It may be unknown that it was a Flash game at first, but it was a Flash game nonetheless. Also, I couldn't find the game at all anywhere, so I'm just gonna have to use someone else's footage. Now I know this question is on everyone's mind. Spassy, what the fuck is Realm of the Mad God? Well, that's a video I'd do another time. But to be honest, Realm of the Mad God is a pretty simple game. It's a roguelike top-down game where you play as any class of your choice, namely assassin, warrior, archer, you name it. Well, with that out of the way, congrats guys! You became full games and you weren't stuck in Flash game hell. Well, hell isn't really the word. I think the more suitable word is Forgotten Void. If you don't know already, in December of this year, Flash Player will no longer be supported on Chrome, and most likely other web browsers as well. So if you really want to play your old Flash games, you probably want to do it now, or maybe before December at any point, because after that, they're gone for good. You're never going to be able to play them again. I'm pretty sure you can just get the link and put it in the Flash Player application, but nothing beats going on your old browser and searching up some of the Flash games you saw as a kid. It's sad that the next generation isn't going to be able to experience any of this, so if you really want to, you're gonna have to enjoy them now while it lasts. Or when you're older, you can tell the fables of Flash games. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I spent so long making this video that I actually haven't eaten or drank in anything in the past 10 hours. So I'm probably gonna die soon. So thank you guys for that. All jokes aside, I really enjoyed making this video. It wasn't like the funny moments type video that I made the other day, but honestly, I really like making videos like this. I just love making videos about games that I've played in the past, and I want to make this some sort of thing that I do. I don't know what I'll call it, but I'll definitely do more of this in the future. And if you want me to do something, just let me know, and I'll break it down. Thank you for Duck for helping me get the thumbnail, the footage, and even the images you saw in some of the video. Without them, man, my world would pretty much be full of despair. And again, thanks to Seals for helping me with some of this video. They didn't help as much with the CSGO video, but honestly, thanks is thanks. They really do be helping me out though. Anyway, I got a video to upload. So, see you on the flip side, guys. Stay safe, my friends. See ya.